Hello friends, good afternoon. I am Professor P.D. More. Today we are going to discuss here the practicals related to transformer. In the last week we have seen here the practicals related to the open circuit test and short circuit test on the transformer. Today we are going to understand here the load test on a single phase transformer. First of all, we can understand here, okay, so what is the need of the load test? So what we have find in the open circuit test and short circuit test, that is the by conducting the open circuit test and short circuit test, okay, so we can have the calculation for the iron losses and the copper losses. Means indirectly we are calculating here, that is the whenever we are conducting the open circuit test, okay, so whatever the losses, whatever the consumption of the transformer, that is the iron loss. And whenever we are conducting here the short circuit test, okay, so whatever the consumption of the transformer, wattmeter reading is the copper loss here. But in the practice, whenever we are going to load the transformer, actually considering any type of load, so in the lab we are going to consider here the lamp load, that is the resistive load. So how the transformer will respond whenever we are going to apply here the load? Actually, the outcome is that, say, whenever you are going to conduct here the open circuit test and short circuit test, obviously we are getting the losses and we can calculate here the efficiency. Apart from that, say we have calculated here the regulation. So that regulation was indirect. Okay, so by calculation or by something, say putting here the formula related to R0 X0. Okay, so we have calculated here the regulation of the transformer. But in case of loading test, okay, so whenever we are going to put here the load on the transformer, the secondary side voltage may be something change here. So initially, suppose we are going to conduct here the load test on the transformer. Say we have the transformer, that transformer capacity is 1 kVA, operating voltage is 115 volt and 230 volt. So 115 volt is on the LV side voltage, 230 volt is on the HV side voltage. So what we are going to do here, okay, so we will apply here the voltage to the LV winding, that is 115 volt from the source. We can use here the auto transformer to apply here the reduced voltage, because the rating of the transformer, okay, so it may be something 115 volt, but the supply is the 230 volt. So that's why by using the auto transformer we can apply here the voltage to the 115 volt winding, and the 230 volt winding is connected to load side here. So initially we are going to put here the switch in between the load and the second of the transformer. And initially, okay, or say at the starting, we can measure here the voltage. That voltage is called as no load voltage. And once we are getting here the 230 volt, suppose we are applying here the 115 volt to the 115 volt winding, and on the secondary side we are getting here the 230 volt. So let us